probably saw, or at least heard about, the big debate last week between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Now, a lot has been said since then, but we wanted to find out from our body language expert what the candidates were saying without really saying it.
And it was a lot.
And it was a lot.
I have a feeling it was a lot. Body language expert Michael C.Anthony is back with his analysis of the last debate. Welcome back to Daytime, Michael.
Thank you so much.
And fun to have you, especially after a debate, because we want to know what they were really saying after we heard what they were saying.
Little details of silent communication. So
no walking around this time, no hovering like Trump did the last time. The podiums make it a little different, don't they, Michael?
Podiums make it different because in the last debate, Trump walked behind a chair and actually held it, like put a solid barrier between him and whatever else was going on. So this time in this debate, they were closely cropped, but there's still lots to see.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, let's talk about that. We saw a lot of Trump doing his very Trump-like furrowing of the brows and the squinting and the frown, the scowl. Yeah. Was he trying to say that he's unhappy with what she's saying?
He's angry and he's agitated, which is essentially what that's communicating. What do you do when you're angry and agitated?
Think about getting Botox.
Yeah, exactly. When Hillary speaks, if Donald thinks he needs to be saying something and he can't, he's scowling. And lots of micro movements too. Did you see a lot of this?
A lot of fidgeting on both sides, actually.
Yeah, he actually went, and this bothers me. If I was consulting with Donald, I would say, don't touch that microphone. He's done it for every single debate, even with just the Republicans. That is set there exactly for his height, but he can't stop touching it. And also, he can't not go for the glass of water. I don't think he was so thirsty that he needed to drink 3 times. His mind is racing, and he needs to be grabbing something. He needs to touch something.
I saw him wipe the sweat off of his upper lip a lot, and it brought me back to the days, if you remember Richard Nixon, when he used to always sweat above his, and you know, and that was always a sign of, oh, he's up to something. He's nervous.
He's under a lot of pressure. He's tense at the time. Also, and Hillary was touching the face as well. Hillary was touching the mouth and under here. Maybe she was sweating a little bit as well. But sometimes when somebody is touching the mouth, it means they don't believe themselves. They're judging themselves. Maybe they're telling a lie, or they're taking an angle in one way or another that is a bit deceptive. So they actually touch the guilty party. You know, you see a kid, when a kid will tell you a lie, he'll often cover the mouth after, because he knows this is what's being bad.
I didn't see this. I saw this.
It's just touching the face in general. It's not always covering the mouth. It's more subtle than that. They just have to come up.
And then as far as the movements, the distracting movements that Trump was making with his mouth, like, when she was talking, I mean, was he just trying to deflect the attention off of her and put it on him?
He wants to talk, and he's physically closing his mouth. He does that quite a bit. Closes the mouth like this. He's very irritated at this point in the race, you know, because he's saying everything is rigged, all that stuff, and the contempt that they both have for each other is at a peak.
It's right there. You don't need any body language or any language, really.
They're not even shaking hands at the beginning. Let's stop the formalities.
What did you think of the blank stare that Hillary would give, and then the smile at the end before she started talking?
Hillary gives a blank stare when Donald is talking to her, and I'm sure she's been coached to do this, because at this point of the race, being polite is going to score you points. Although Hillary would probably like to talk back, she's just taking it. She's just letting him talk. But when he's finally finished, she'll give a great big smile. I'm going to tell you that smile is not a real smile. It's full of contempt. The mouth is smiling, the eyes are like this.
Any married woman or anyone who's worked in retail can tell you that that is a practice skill and something very valuable to make sure that you aren't perceived as too emotional.
Interesting. So, any married woman? Wait, you have to explain this. Any married woman or a woman in retail?
Well, just if you're in retail and the customer's always right, you're like, but we can't take that 50% off coupon. It's already $1.
You can't say what you really want.
You're not feeling it, but you're giving the smile. At least the outside is you're trying to communicate, but the eyes usually where the line is.
Back to the podium. Trump seemed to be leaning a lot on the podium. Did you notice that?
And again, if I was consulting him, it's one thing to take up space. Taking up a space is actually a good thing as far as nonverbal communication is concerned, because if you take up space, you know, leaning, whatever, it's okay, you show yourself as powerful. But when Donald is continually leaning throughout the entire debate, it appears as though he's resting, and that can be communicating as lazy. And it's not something at this point that you want to show.
No, not at all. Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting the next couple of weeks. Here we go.
The debates are over. Yeah. What is it? Yeah, just a couple more weeks.
Yep. Yeah. All right, Michael, always fun talking to you about this.
Pleasure.
Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
All right. And Daytime will be right back right after this.